It's my turn to talk about Cold Steel 1. Hello, guys.
Only Cold Steel 1.
Only Cold Steel 1.
Sadly, but this
Welcome to our first SpoilerCast for the Giant Sword Podcast.
Yeah.
Yep. Joining us today, Maddie.
Hi.
Kathleen.
Hello.
And no Taylor because
Guess who hasn't finished it?
everyone knows. Apparently all our fans know.
Apparently.
But yeah.
I wonder how.
Yeah, I know. From me. I'm sorry, Taylor.
Nick.
No, you're not. Don't lie.
No, I'm not.
He's
I'm
not
sorry.
really, yeah.
But yeah. SpoilerCast. So if you guys have not played this game before, do not listen because we are going to talk about everything pretty much.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to give away a lot of things for the story and story moments and stuff like that. But we're only talking about Cold Steel 1. So don't worry if you haven't played Cold Steel 2 because we're not going to talk about that. That's a different episode. Because there's a lot to talk about there. That's going to be a while.
Whole nother story right there.
Oh, yeah.
Then we're going to talk about Sky, and then we're going to talk about Sky 2.
You gotta wait for me, though.
And then, no, we don't.
Yeah, you do.
It's just me and Kathleen.
Oh, you gotta wait for her.
You gotta wait for me,
Just
Nick.
me and Kathleen.
You gotta wait for
No.
me.
No. It's my turn. All right?
It's gonna be hard for me to talk about something I haven't played in like 5 years.
You haven't played Oh, yeah, Sky.
Sky.
Yeah. It's true. It's been a while. We gotta replay it then. The evolution.
Oh, man. Guess I gotta.
Just play through all of them in sequence.
Yeah, it's
It's
about
now that I can, I guess.
it's about 500 hours, It's all good.
Oh, jeez.
It's all good.
Yeah.
All right. So Cold Steel 1. Trails of Cold Steel 1, Legend of Heroes, made by Falcom, a highly underrated company. Which
Yeah, they need more love.
Yeah, I think they're actually growing in popularity now, though. That's the good thing.
I'd give them even more love if they just made figures.
Yeah, we need
One step at a time.
Well, since with Cold Steel, it seems like Cold Steel actually sold well for them. Because
It did. It was one of their highest selling games ever, which is why they kind of dropped everything else to focus on Cold Steel 2.
Thank God. Because, those 4 months were pretty painful.
Yeah. Like that. That was really funny.
We'll go into that story later.
No, it's the Sky story with Kathleen.
Oh, that
she had to wait. She had to wait 4 years.
Hilarious.
And
Yeah,
then
that was fun.
Then the second one came out. But the funny thing is like I beat Sky, and she's like, "Well, you got to wait 4 years." And I just loaded up Sky 2 instantly.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay, let's play again. And you're like, "I hate you."
Yeah, pretty much. And then Sky 3 comes out, and I can't even play it for a month.
Hey, be quiet. You're going somewhere awesome.
So you're going, where were you going to Japan?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm jealous.
Yeah, we're all jealous.
We're all jelly.
Well, let's just say if I find something that I think you might like, you might get a little package.
Sweet.
Yes.
It's a bunch of Cold Steel stuff.
Please.
You should
Again, if I find anything, right?
You should send one to Taylor and say, "Finish it."
No, don't send anything to Taylor. He doesn't
you.
deserve it. He hasn't finished it yet, so he doesn't deserve merchandise.
No, that's exactly. Just say, "Finish it."
Oh. Yeah, give us each something. We all open it.
It's just a
piece of paper.
It's just a piece of paper that says, "Finish it."
Dot.
That'd be pretty funny.
Yeah.
Let's actually talk about the game. Okay, so I had no idea this game existed until Kathleen was like, "Hey, you should play this game," and I'm like,
Yeah, and didn't you send me a thing on Twitter going like, "Should I get this?" And I was like, "Yeah." Why are you even asking me? Yes.
Maybe. This is like early days of LHG.
This is true.
Yeah, so I'm not sure.
This is when I was really getting into JRPGs, so I think I'd recently finished Persona 4, and then you're like, "Hey, Maddie," and I was like, "What?" And you're like, "It's Persona! Look at all the social links!" I'm just like, okay. And then he like showed me a battle, and like, how Cold Steel 1, the battle theme is all like, da 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 da.
No, that's the second one.
No, it's not.
Yeah. Da 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 da. That's the first one. You're totally did the second battle theme.
It's the battle theme. It's fine.
Glint of Cold Steel.
Yes, the glint of Cold Steel. This is gonna happen. One second. I'm sorry. I need to listen to this.
We just spoiled the battle theme for the second one.
Shut
Gosh.
It's an awesome song, anyway.
It's a lot better than the...
No, it's way better than sophisticated fight, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you're right. I'm so sorry. So anyway, I was listening to that one. I was like, this doesn't really sound like a battle theme. And then, you know, it was turn-based, and he was like, they were all high schoolers, and their, like, uniforms, like, looks cool. And they're like, I think at the time you're, like, in a field, and I was like, yeah, it looks pretty cool. But, like, I was playing, I don't know, it was Asteria at the time or something, so I was like, whatever.
You weren't playing Asteria. Because if you were playing Asteria, I was playing Asteria.
No, I played Asteria after you. After you finished.
Zestiria was after...
You pushed me because you were all like, I need somebody to talk to. Maddie, play this game.
Yeah, Zestiria was after Cold Steel.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure I was playing Zestiria at the time, and you were like ending Cold Steel or something. But like that's how I got introduced to it, and I was like, oh, okay. And then, you know, finished that JRPG. I was like, I need something else to play. And it's like, here you go.
There you go.
I was like, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't really into Legend of Heroes. I didn't like Sky didn't hook me. It was probably because I was playing the PSP version, which is like very muddled, and it just didn't feel right when I played it. And when I got the PC version, it felt right. And of course, Kathleen just kept bugging me. It's like, you got to play these games. I'm like, fine, I'll try out Cold Steel. I bought it.
I mean, bugging is a harsh term. I'm not you. I would just say.
I know. I'm just like, I think you're describing yourself there.
No, I was like, you're like, you should play this. You should play this.
Well, especially because you enjoyed Cold Steel. It's like Sky really does build the foundation for Cold Steel.
Well, no, I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about I should play I should play Legend of Heroes.
I see. Yeah.
And I was like, okay, and I played it. And the beginning, I just remember the beginning, and when you're defending.
Yes, that beginning hooked me.
I was playing it, and I'm like, and then they find 2 dead guards with blood like everywhere. And I'm like, huh. Yep. Well, this is interesting. And never again, you never see blood like that again. Just that one part.
No.
Well, the things that always hook me for games when it's like you know who the main protagonist is. Like, you can guess who the main protagonist is for that, right?
So, yeah, the person taking the lead.
Who's taking the lead, and he's just like, Team 7, let's do this. I'm just like, okay, that's that dude. So, but like at the end, when games start with the protagonist like in peril or in like a situation where they're upset, and then they immediately go, okay, this is how it happened. I'm just like, what? You need to what? Yeah. And then that's when you're just like, okay, gotta charge right through this.
It was a good intro, though, because it shows off, like, the basics of the game. Like, most of it's, like, you're instantly linked with someone, and you
have all the abilities, I think, except for Burst.
I got really confused, actually, in my first game.
Yeah, you don't have Burst. You only have the first ability.
I know. I said you have Rush, but you don't have Burst. Oh. And it just is like, look at all this cool shit you get to do later. Yeah. Enjoy
this one battle. Okay.
What's he say at the end of the thing? Because you're just doing it.
Stop.
Yeah, he says no.
They're like, no,
stop. And then it cuts, and I'm just like, what?
Yeah.
You gotta tell me more.
And it's like 5 months earlier.
Yep.
And I'm just like, oh god, I gotta play through 5 months of this. But like at the beginning, like it's so peaceful, and at the time I was really like discontent. I was like, okay, peacefulness. Like you need to tell me what's up.
Yeah, it started like a typical JRPG right then. It's real slow. Okay. You're gonna learning everything. You're getting to know everyone.
And then the whole Class 7 thing started. Yeah. And then Sarah brought you to the old schoolhouse, and that's when I was just like, okay, this game's pretty great. Like starting it off was just like, teacher, here, you're in a dungeon. Yeah, bye.
Here's a trap floor. Enjoy. Try not to die.
Getting slapped by a lady within the first 15 minutes.
No, I think the first part was really funny because you see Elisa, like right away, and they're all like, happy, getting along and everything.
Yeah, and then it immediately goes into Reed. Poor Reed is like just trying to protect her, and he's just. I remember he has his hands up, and he's like in the thought bubble. He's like, okay, don't move, don't give her the wrong impression, and then she gets up and slaps him anyway. And everyone else is just watching.
He's trying so hard to be good.
Yeah. And at this point, nobody knows each other, so it's like hella awkward.
No, but the funny thing is that everyone's like, he didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like he was in the right here.
He was like trying to help
a little over the top.
Oh man!
But she knows that herself.
Yeah,
when you figured out,
she's couldn't help it. Yeah.
That was fun.
The beginning part was pretty good, and then you get introduced to like the best friend character, little Elliot.
Yes,
precious
little Elliot.
Precious little Elliot with
Kathleen's
his
waifu.
Overpower. What? Husband, you mean?
No, Kathleen picked.
Why Elliot to dance with? Yeah. Okay. Anyway,
Yeah.
nice. Meet Elliot, and then Gaius is along for the ride, and it's like, okay, cool. So this is gonna be like, this is the foundation here, I guess. Moving up.
Is this when you get the
Link.
no? Yeah. Well, you don't get links yet.
No,
you get links
links
at the
at
end.
the very
you get
end.
links
Well,
at the end of the dungeon.
Well, not even like. I don't think you really get the links. I think you fight without them, and then at the end, it's just like everyone like gets that power, and it was like, whoa, it felt like we all moved in sync, and then that's when it really.
But then you lost it.
Yeah, you lost it because everyone, you weren't class 7 yet.
Everyone was fighting.
Everyone was fighting with each other.
Gaius and
Elliot, Machias and
Eustace.
Eustace. Oh, that was great. Then you got
Fee
Fee,
and
who's just
Laura.
trying to be even at the beginning. Like, Fee was just a loner, just like, because, you know who Fee is. So Fee's just like, I can do this all by myself. Like, I don't need
Laura
you.
and Elisa got along pretty well.
Yeah. But Laura, because remember the guys are all like, we could protect you. And she just pulls
And
out her
they're like,
freaking
yeah, we
bastard
can
sword.
protect
She's like,
ourselves, good
I
thanks.
think I got this.
He's like,
They're
okay.
just like, oh, okay.
Because no one knows each other.
Nobody
yet.
knows anybody. Elisa introduced herself as Elisa
R.
It's like, okay, that's not mysterious at all.
Well, it's more,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then,
Even in the booklets, Elisa R.
it is Elisa R.
Yeah.
And Machias is just like, cares about, he doesn't like nobles. And then Reen's just like, I don't have noble blood. And then that whole thing starts.
Well, no, I can't talk about that. But it's like, Reen is technically is a noble because he's adopted by one.
But yeah. But he said, I'm not noble. I don't have a drop of noble blood in my veins, is what he actually said. So he was telling the truth because Reen is Reen, and he does that. Oh, Reen.
Yeah, he just decided
Reen.
to admit that he was the son of a baron by adoption.
Yeah.
I mean, no biggie, right?
He's just like, yeah, I might be an adopted baron. Then Machias is just like, you betrayed me! And I'm just like, Machias, can you really not?
really overreacts to that situation. It's like, dude, chill.
Dude,
Chill.
I really love the way they made up. That was great.
Yeah.
It's basically Reen's just like, I'm gonna get hurt because of you. Okay,
Yeah.
now make up.
It's way further along, though.
Ugh, great.
Yeah, but then the game itself is pretty simple. It's
yeah.
Field trips, it has the same pattern.
It has the same pattern. It has the
You
school
can
day.
slowly see that Erebonia is far more corrupted than it appears on the surface. And shit's going down between the military police and the royal factions.
The last few field studies, like, you definitely see that.
Doesn't the last few field studies try and ramp up the fight between the other empire and Erebonia?
The imperial thing?
I don't even remember it.
Okay.
The other side
The
of Crossbow.
terrorist group.
Yeah, is the terrorist group.
Oh.
Yeah, there's no war with anyone.
Well, there
else.
wasn't no war, but they were trying to set up a war between the two.
Crossbow.
Not Crossbow, the other
No.
place.
Calvarn.
The Liberation Front.
Yeah, that was this liberation. Yeah, that's all
I know,
it was.
but how the two empires, yes, no, because it's in Nord Highlands.
Oh, Calvard?
Yeah, that's one. Calm down.
Yeah,
because
Calvard
that's the whole Nord
and
Highlands
Erebonia.
thing is like
Calvard.
they came under fire and both factions were just like, hey, you're the reasons this happened, and then we came in just like, no, it's actually a terrorist group.
Yeah, terrorists.
then-
They're trying to
and
set
then-
something up.
And then game goes on.
Yep, that's the third one.
Well, because they have a concert to do.
Of course, they have that concert though.
But we're getting ahead of
Yes.
ourselves.
Okay. Anyway, so first field trip, it's really peaceful. It's like the only conflict really is you make up with Elisa, and doesn't Laura doubt why you're sword fighting or something?
Yeah,
Like,
and I
Laura's
think the
just
other conflict is the merchants areas being screwed over by taxes.
Yeah, and you find the
Well, Laura isn't mad at Reen. She just knows that Reen's holding back.
well, and he's holding back, and then she thinks he's disrespecting the sword, the way of the sword, and he's like, no, that's not, no.
I'm actually a genius.
I'm actually a god.
Yeah, I know how to do all this stuff.
Shit, we're getting ahead of ourselves again. Anyway, when in Reen's word, he's just a lowly a lowly swordsman who couldn't even get the beginning right or something for the 8.
He couldn't
get a beginning rank or something. The 8 leaves 1 blade school.
Isn't that a lie?
It is a lie. Yeah, he is a beginner.
It is a lie. Yeah.
Yeah. He just doesn't want anyone to know. And then he...
Well, I think he doesn't feel he's worthy to be any higher than the beginning rank.
Yeah.
Because of his...
Because of that... Oh, God. Okay. The first time that happened, though... Okay, again, getting ahead of ourselves. Okay.
When was the first time that happened?
The first time that happens is, like, you're deep into the schoolhouse. Because it's when freaking...
Okay.
Leads...
I know, I remember.
It's still one. Anyway. Yeah, that gets it... That whole subplot gets introduced really later into the game. But the beginning...
And that isn't uncommon for Falcom games to, like, introduce a pretty big thing that they've been hinting at the entire time, but, like, fully solidify it halfway through onward.
I think they did.
But, yeah.
I think they did that till the end of the game, because the beginnings is like, get to know your people,
yeah,
and then suddenly it's like,
very happy.
Bam!
Well, yeah, because, like, you know, it had the same pattern for 4 field trips in a row, where he went with one group and, you know, helped get solve relationships over there, but then they heard that group B did terrible because of these people, so then Sarah switches him to that group and then makes them feel better, and then the same thing happens for the next 2.
Yeah, Sarah just uses Reen.
Yeah, Sarah totally just uses Reen, and he knows, he calls her out on it too. She's just like, I wonder why you're doing this. She's just like, come on, Reen, it's okay.
You know why.
And he's just like, fine.
Okay, guys, the guys who are best friends fight me.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just gonna kick your ass instantly.
Oh my god, that was hilarious. Yeah, fights Eustace and Machias, and he's like, Reen, why don't you help him out? And he's like, I really don't want to.
Yeah.
And he's just like, no.
Can I not?
No, do it. And he's just like, okay, we're gonna get our asses kicked, guys. Oh, Sarah.
We're just going all over the place with this game.
Yeah, I'm sorry. This game is just way too great.
Well, the thing is, the beginning part of the game is really just you go on field trips, you see corruption, you fix corruption, you go back to school. Like, and then it's really that last chunk where it's like, holy shit, all the spoilers.
We also fix corruption / you are solidifying yourself as Team 7.
Yes. And
that's
also showing yourselves that you're not really tied to the military or the school. You're really your own unit.
Yeah, because they're going against both sides.
Yep.
A lot.
And Prince Olivier.
Olivert.
Ugh, don't say it like that.
Olivert.
I know it's how they say it, but it's wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, is
Olivier.
it? Okay. Is it Olivier?
Yeah.
That's how I say it, because, you know, it's a French name.
Okay.
Yeah,
I might say Olivert just because that's how it's been said in my ears.
I've been
And
saying
that's
Olivier.
fair enough. I understand.
But, yeah, it's just... He knows. He has a master plan.
Freaking, yeah.
He has a master
He does.
plan.
I think he's the, like, this is a mild spoiler for the entire series, but I think he's the only recurring character in damn near every game.
He always has a master plan.
He always has a master plan.
Well, I mean, he's got a loot.
Yeah, it's
Don't
true.
you have a master plan if you have a loot?
And he's eccentric. And
Oh my god.
He's Grandmaster. That's it.
He's Grandmaster. That's it. Okay,
Oh,
no,
God.
getting way ahead of ourselves here. Yeah. So I think it's after the Nord Highlands when things really start to pick up. Yeah.
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 pretty
I
much.
think that's when the Guerrilla Fortress gets under attack.
That is when the
Right?
Guerrilla Fortress gets
And
under
that's
attack,
when-
and you get the
and you
best
catch
song
up.
in the game.
Yeah, you do. I listen
No,
to
that's
that
the
song
fifth one. That's the fifth.
The 5th one is Guerrilla. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
The 5th
Yeah.
field trip
The
is Guerrilla
fifth- the
Fortress.
fifth one.
Yes.
Atrocious Raid
Yeah.
Yes.
plays when you're in the fortress.
Nord Highlands is the 4th.
No, Nord Highlands is the third.
No, it's the 4th.
No, I looked this
It's
up.
the 4th.
It's the 4th.
No, Nord.
I have a freaking Falcom genius lady on my side.
No, look online right now.
Okay, Keldic.
It
Keldic.
goes
Berea
Keldic,
Hard?
and then Nord.
It does not go Nord next.
Mhm.
No.
Yes.
No.
Nord's next. Nord's the third one. And you have a little that's when you meet what's her face? Milliam. And then the fourth one is
Rower.
no, fourth one is Elliot's hometown.
Heimdall?
Oh,
Yes.
Heimdall.
And
I thought
then
Heimdall was later.
And
Heimdall was later.
No, I know. Heimdall's 4.
Okay.
And then it's Roar. And it's the Roar, and then you go to Roar is the last one.
Yeah.
There's
Oh my
some-
god,
there's
you
some-
are so bad right now.
No, because
Steel,
the fifth one
one.
is one place, and then you instantly go to the fortress, and that's when it goes.
No,
under
because the
attack.
fortress was actually like a field trip, and it went under attack.
Yeah, that was the fifth one because you came back. You went to the fortress. You went to the fortress the first time just to check it out, and
You
then
don't go back. It's
you do
under
go back.
attack
You go
while
back.
you're fighting. No.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
It gets under attack. While
I
you're
just looked this up.
You know what? I don't think you're right. Okay?
You don't think I'm right?
Let's all just move on. There is a fortress, and it has an amazing song. I think that point has been made clear.
You catch up to the beginning.
Yes, you catch up to the very beginning. And then I get let down, like, so hard.
No, I think no.
Because he's like, no!
He's like,
no, stop! And I'm like, oh god, here it comes. And it's just like, crickets. And I'm like, wait, what? And he's just like, oh, Sarah's like, oh my gosh, the blank rounds must have been in. We have a chance. I'm just like, okay, you set us up for all this, and it's blank rounds, and we just get to stop it? Like, okay, yep. Game, fine.
Chapter 3, Nord Settlement. All right. Chapter 4. Okay.
Nick, we established this.
No, we were wrong. I'm proving you.
Okay.
I want to make sure I was right about Elliot's hometown.
I'm sure Heimdall was just the last. It's one of the last ones.
Checking. Nope, it's Elliot's house place. That's chapter 4. Because that's when you go in the sewer, and that's when you meet.
Yep.
Isn't that when you save Fuses? Oh no, Machias.
No, that's the next one.
Save Machias. No, you save Musis in the second field study. That's when they make up a little bit.
Right.
Yeah.
I
really need to replay this game.
Yeah, this is when that's when they go to the sewers.
That's the thing. It's been a year. So.
And you go to a park, and then they're playing, and they're like, "Oh, I really want to." I mean, I was going to go to this music school. But
that's when you learn more about Elliot.
Yeah.
Elliot.
But my dad didn't let me, and I'm just like, oh, but I like you, like your fighting style, because you heal a lot. It's great.
Yes.
Why do all military guys in Trails games are always very loving fathers? Cassius and Elliot's father. They're all like...
Elliot, my boy!
Yes.
Give me a hug! And I'm just like, well...
And Cassius does the same thing.
Yeah, but Cassius is also a bracer, so I mean, like...
Oh, a bracer.
He's both. But yeah, that's when it starts ramping up.
That's when it really starts to ramp up.
During the raid, the atrocious raid, which is the song.
I really want to play that song now.
In the back of my mind, they're like, no, they can't kill Toa. Because Toa's in Crossville.
Toa's in there, yeah.
Toa's in Crossville now.
Because Falcom would pull that kind of shit.
It's like, you can't kill Toa.
I totally expected them to kill her off and be like, no.
I was like,
don't kill Toa.
Toa, my waifu.
Yeah,
because I was Toa waifu the entire time.
Oh yeah, at that point.
Until I realized.
Until you realize what you can really do.
Yeah, I was like,
oh no.
I was like, during the entire game, Marine was going with older women. I have to do it.
God.
No. Do the canon way.
No, the canon way is boring.
It's the best way. The way it's
or
to be done.
The way that they make you want to, and it's like, nope.
I do like that, and I guess this is a mild spoiler overall, but not really. I like that the relationships aren't necessarily all romantic.
Yeah, definitely not.
Well,
okay. It's like you have the canon one, and you have a couple ones that hint that they could be romantic, but they're not all romantic. So it's not pick your waifu. It's pick your waifu and hope your waifu likes you back.
I thought you could... Oh, I might be thinking of the second one, so now I can't say it.
You can't say the second stuff. Well, technically, she was talking about the second stuff, because in the first one, there's no romantic stuff, really.
Yeah, there is no romantic stuff.
No, but there are hints that
the
some
very
people
end
like
when
you
it's just like...
and some people just like you as a friend.
Yeah.
I'll tell you how I truly feel. And I'm just like, oh my god. I can't. And then that happens, and then I break my Vita. Anyway, moving on. Okay, so things start to ramp up after the fake thing. Well, I kind of was mad at myself because I went...
I'm always mad at you, so...
Yeah, I know. I went to YouTube to listen to, Tie and Link of Arcus, the battle song, because I really liked it. Right?
You can't search Falcom.
I know. So I went on YouTube and I looked at it. I was like, oh, this is pretty good. And then I saw another picture and like an idiot, I clicked on it and it was like,
They didn't spoil the second game for you?
No. No. It kind of spoiled the end of the first game, just slightly.
Wow.
At the time, I didn't fully believe it, but it was basically, do you know the second soundtrack's picture art?
Yeah.
I saw that. And and at the time, Crow was still on my team, so I was just like, wait a second.
Can we discuss when we figured out what his deal was? Because I have a story for that.
I actually figured it out, kind of.
Did you guys ever bond with him at all?
No.
I did the first bonding.
I didn't. I need to do that because it makes it seem like they were like really close friends.
Well, that's kind of... Okay, I can't say that. Yeah. Well, actually, it's the end of the game. That's kind of like...
Yeah, the end of the game.
The end of the game, yeah, but that's the big thing is just like bring him back.
Yeah, but I didn't get any of that really. I just thought he was part of the thing.
I kind of did, just because of how... I did a little bit of hanging out with him, so...
He owes me money.
He owes me money.
Yeah.
They take that really, really far.
He owes them money.
He took that to the end.
Yeah.
Yep.
I loved it. Then I cried.
Don't worry.
Well, yeah, same, but probably for a different reason than you.
Yeah. Well, it's because,
the game was over. I was like,
the game, yeah.
Well, no, like...
No,
I figured that out early on. I figured that out in, like, the second or third chapter.
Okay, well, I think we're going to the wrong game now.
Were you thinking about the second game?
We're not. Yeah. Okay. So, I figured out Crow, kind of, because I'd seen that picture, so I kind of led myself on. During the whole, Guerrilla... Oh, no. It was like the mine incident when
he disappears.
When he disappears, because
that was the event that cemented it for me.
He's like, guys, there's a roadblock. Like, I can't join you. And I'm just like, wait a second. This is like a perfect time for him to do something, right?
Yeah.
But when you did see like the sniper rifle, I didn't make that connection at all. I was just like, wait, sniper rifle, super powerful sniper rifle. What? But I knew they had to have faked that, like, accident, because like, there's no way they died there. There's no way.
And Milliam's like,
this
is Milliam. Oops, I think I made a mistake. It's like,
oopsie.
Yeah, oopsie.
I figured it out shortly after the whole coin thing. Not that
at
incident.
The very beginning of the game?
Yes.
Oh my god.
And I'll tell you why, because my brain is stupid. So you do the coin thing, so automatically you know he's a trickster, right?
I do the coin thing. He's gonna betray us.
He's the trickster, by the way.
Yeah. Okay.
But I mean, so it's like, okay, yeah, sure. He's a goof, right? He can't do any harm. But then the next thing you hear about him is that he's actually really good at organizing, and yet never goes to school, constantly lazy, blah blah blah. I'm like, oh shit. And so I'm like, okay, well, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm reading too much into this. I mean, there's got to be another character whose name begins with a C. Shit. Okay. Maybe if they're just in the same room together, then they won't be the same person. And of course, that never happens.
That never happened.
So I'm like, oh no.
You want to know my thing? So I didn't figure out that connection. That Crow was C. Till literally the very end of the game when he was wearing the costume. I'm like, Crow, you betrayed us. You were, see? Oh my god, see? Yeah. Why didn't I see that?
You're with
Am I stupid?
Yeah, no, for me it was like, why would they give him the letter C? Who has the C name in the... Oh no.
Yeah, I was like,
oh my gosh.
I was like, he's working with them. Didn't even make
C is Cassius Bright. Oh!
I would have laughed actually if that were the case.
Oh my god.
It's for Librel. It's 4.
I just love when it's just like, well, I realized he betrayed us when he wasn't, the last day of school when he wasn't there. I was like, okay, crap. He's gone. He's shit.
Yeah.
and then William does the whole thing. Well, sneaky little Crow did it, and I'm just like, no way. And then it goes to the whole...
maybe wanted Crow to succeed.
Really, because she was really bad at figuring that one out. And then it does the whole Phantasmagoria thing for like 20 minutes. I'm just like, what? What?
That was a really long cutscene, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. That song is like... I'm going to look up how long that song is. Hey. I always skip it because I don't want to get reminded of that point.
It's like, hey, I've seen long cutscenes. I've played Metal Gear Solid 4. I know. Once you play that, you're used to it.
I played a bit of Xenosaga Episode 1. I remember long cutscenes.
It's just like, yeah, the whole ending when stuff went down. I'm still upset. Shortly after I finished that game, I did spoil myself for Cold Steel 2 as well.
Oh no!
I wasn't even trying!
She searched stuff on the internet.
I searched for Cold Steel 1 because I was like, I beat it,
yeah,
so, right? And then I clicked it, and then it told me stuff about Cold Steel 2. Like, I read the first line, I was like, are you serious? That's the first line it's gonna say? This game hates me. And then I just tried to put it out of my mind, but I knew it happened, so, like...
If it makes you
Crap.
feel better, I think possibly I was spoiled myself for the ending of Trails in the Sky the Third because I looked at something and I went, wait, and then my brain went, hey, and I was like, oh no.
When your brain makes that awful connection, you're just like, no, why would you do that to me?
Yeah, I'm hoping I'm wrong, but considering last time I hoped I was wrong, like, my track record isn't too good for this.
I was just like, I hope I was wrong about Berseria's ending, but I was totally right.
Oh man.
Like, damn it.
Don't you hate being right about endings? It's like,
Yeah.
no, anything but that.
Yeah. You're just like, that would be such a good ending, but I really don't want it to be like that.
We've already had a podcast on endings, guys.
We
alright?
did. Anyway, well, now we're going into the meaty stuff of Trails of Cold Steel.
Meaty
The
stuff. Let's go into the gameplay stuff first.
Or the gameplay stuff, that's true.
How'd you guys like the gameplay?
Well,
I mean,
it's your favorite
I loved
gameplay
it.
style of
it
all
is.
time,
It
so.
is great. I love the battle system in that game.
I-
I need actually this time my new game plus, since I'm not gonna get all my stuff back because I'm gonna get all unlimited social bonding points. I'm gonna play on hard because I'm playing hard.
Oh, wow.
I'm playing Trails of the Sky 2 in hard, and that's like impossible. But I like it, so I'm gonna do it with Cold Steel 1.
Well, yeah, when you make him a new game plus, you better be playing on hard, because you have a bunch of stuff.
No, if I pick the unlimited bonding points part,
It's like four
it's like-
things that you have
yeah.
to use out of 5.
exactly.
Oh!
So you can't copy everything over.
Oh, I see. That's interesting. Okay,
So-
yeah.
That's what I'm gonna do. And
Well, yeah, that'd be like one of the main reasons when I play it over to do it like that, because like I want to see all the bonding. Like I love seeing all the stories.
Same.
yeah.
So
that's
it's
what
like I
gotta
gotta see all the bonding events.
That was always my hardest point. It's like, oh my god, who do I bond with?
Who do I
want to bond
who do I
with?
pick?
wanna
Well, you
bond
gotta
with all of
you
them.
gotta pick waifu, and then I
But
always
it's the problem when you have two waifus.
yeah you. Oh my god. Anyway,
Only pick one waifu. It'll
well,
ruin
it was
your
always waifu Elliot, because Elliot's my bro, and then I had to pick with whoever I tended to use in my party, so I tended to pick Laura.
Yeah.
So I had Laura, Emma, waifu,
waifu.
Elliot, and sometimes Gaius. And
Yeah, I like how you were just like, I made Gaius a god in one. And I
yes,
was just like, no.
you could make him
You make
into
Reen
a god. What you do?
Reen can be a god.
Reen's broken. He has force.
Yeah.
So-
But I make him even more a god. Only one person needs to be a god in this game.
But you don't. It's not hard to make Gaius into a
But
god.
you don't, I don't know. Nobody can
Elliot's a god.
Yeah,
Elliot
Elliot's
is
also a god.
But Elliot's a different kind
All
of
these
god.
characters are gods.
Yes.
Yeah.
We all had our way of playing through it.
Oh yeah, and I love that there's no wrong way to play. Like, depending on how you play, you can make everyone amazing.
Oh, I totally forgot about Fee. Always went with Fee.
Oh yeah, I had Fee in my party.
I
a
never
lot,
used
too.
Fee until Cold Steel 2.
Yeah,
When
it was like required.
when
to
you
use
had
Fees.
to use Fee, and I'm just like, come on.
To only win the game, you need to use Fee.
I couldn't believe that. Anyway, gameplay of both Cold Steels technically, but Cold Steel 1, it's that like turn-based, whoever's listening to this
With
has played it.
actiony elements with
Yeah.
the burst and the rush.
But
Is this an evolution of the sky, of Trails of the Sky?
well,
Yeah.
I wouldn't know, but it's kind of addicting, like that kind of strategy element of you can
Finding-
move,
Yeah,
you move
and
people
also the fact
around.
that you can do S breaks whenever you want, like
Finding,
I love that.
finding their weakness. That's in,
Is that?
and then that's how you do.
Oh yeah,
attacks.
thrust and stuff. That's right. Oh my
Yep.
god. Yeah, so like finding weakness, doing stuff where like you move your character before they do like that line attack, so you hit everybody. Like stuff like that.
Impeding characters.
Impeding characters, trying to make things like line
Delaying
up.
characters
the
so that
delaying,
they never get a turn.
so you could get that critical strike, or like saving your S break for when that critical strike happens. You're just like, they
Yep.
can't get that. Use it.
That's how you do it. Or AOE vanish. Oh,
Yep.
that team's gone. Okay, retry.
Wrong game.
Wrong game. No. That happens.
No, Nosferatu.
That's a high element ability.
I know.
Yep.
Freaking, am I saying it right? Nosferatu?
Nosferatu.
Nosferatu.
No, that was the worst because
that boss
he would
almost made me kill myself.
he would give you nightmare and then despair and then kill you.
Yeah,
instantly.
I had to back out of that and equip, like, I had to go back a little bit, try and buy stuff that had resist nightmare, and then
Yeah, I
go
did the
back in.
same.
Because otherwise it was near impossible.
Oh, I stuck with it.
Okay, Nick,
I
thanks.
stuck with it.
But, like, you know how she sucks in a character into his body, right? But he doesn't let him out until you do, like, enough damage. And, like, when half your team's asleep, it's like, what do you expect me to do?
And then he has
here?
minions that he summons that also makes you fall asleep.
Yeah. This is non-stop sleep with one of your teammates just getting their soul sucked out of them, and then one shot, you're dead. Yep. Okay.
And then you get to fight 2 of them at the same time.
Oh my god.
Yay!
Those are always fun.
Yeah. But that was besides the final boss, that boss was that was the second hardest boss. Final boss did make me want to really
I think the final boss was the only one I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Lower the difficulty. I don't care.
Did you really lower the difficulty?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
There's no penalty for doing it, so
I know, but I in my heart,
and you can't.
I could never
it's not like you can go back and train for that fight. So it's like
that's true.
Fuck it. I'll just whatever.
Yeah. That.
Is that when you fight the Shadow of Alamar, right? That's what you're talking about?
Yeah. The Shadow of the Great Power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm talking about the actual final battle.
Oh.
The one against.
Wait, really? You had
Undine.
You had difficulty on that one?
I love that one. That's
for whatever reason he kept 2-shotting me, and I'm like, why?
Well, I think the thing is you had to. I mean, I'm not going to say what it is yet, but I think you had to make sure you hit everything right, every single time.
And the thing is, the first time I didn't expect to do that, but he would always hit me right no matter what. So I would be staggered, and then he'd attack and die, and I'd die, and it was like, well, that was fun.
Well. Moving back towards the middle of the game, did we ever? Okay, damn it. There's something in Legram, and there's that shadow, not the shadow of the Lance Maiden, and you never really figure out what that's about.
Yeah, there's something.
I kind of know what that is.
There's something in Logram that we need to. Yeah, we need something in Logram to figure out who that is. I mean, there's something. There's something in Legram. That's the castle.
Yeah.
That we're probably going to see in Cold Steel 3.
You think?
Yeah. Most likely, but also that character is a main stay in the 2 games we haven't gotten.
Oh, like the Crossbell and I don't know what the other one is.
Azure
and Zero.
I see. Anyway, well, yeah.
The ones that we're getting after Cold Steel or Skull.
I hope. Yeah. That'd be awesome.
But because the Nosferatu fight... And then, Reen starts to power up, and I'm just knowing me, I'm just like, yes! Do it, Reen! You got this! Show it! And then, Emma's just like, wait, no, don't do that! And we never really figure out why. It's like, his soul's gonna get sucked in if he does that or something like that.
Maybe he loses his power.
Maybe he loses it, who knows. But she's like, no, don't do that! And then the Lance Maiden comes in, and you're just like, you got saved by
I also think she was worried about him losing control, because if he lost control, there's nothing really they could do except for kill him.
Yeah.
I never thought about that.
Really?
Oh my god!
I just assumed.
Yeah. I honestly assumed that he was going to be able to, because if he triggered it on his own, I assumed he was going to be able to control it.
No.
I still want him.
The only reason he did it with the Blade Master is because he knows the Blade Master could take.
Well, yeah, if he went out of control, he could have stopped him.
Well, that, and also in the synopsis, because I tend to read that, especially when stuff like that happens, he wrote that out of the Blade Master, knocked me down and was demanding so much of me, and then out of nowhere, the hidden beast came forth, and I couldn't control myself. So I don't think he deliberately triggered it. It just happened.
Mm-hmm.
Again,
it makes sense.
But yeah, it makes because he was getting threatened to get almost killed basically if he didn't dodge the Blade Master's attack at that point.
Well, because the Blade Master wanted to see.
Well, I know. So he pushed him beyond limits, and Reen didn't trigger it himself. Whatever happened, which we still don't freaking know what it is. But I still think...
he doesn't figure out how to trigger it on his own until the second game.
I know, yeah. But, I still believe that he can trigger on his own, but he still can... I think he should still be able to, lose control. If he gets angry enough, I think... it would still come out.
Yeah, I think if one of his friends were hurt, for example, and that made him do it, maybe he would lose control.
Well, I kind of want that to be and be in Cold Steel 3, show that as a part of showing what the hell this thing is, show that he still can lose control.
I have a theory of what the third one's what's happening.
Okay, well, you can't say
I can't talk about it until
about it
after.
Yeah, I also have a theory about the third one. Or at least I have a hope.
And in the Trails of...
I kind of have a hope.
In the Trails of Cold Steel 2 episode, I'll talk about it, but...
Okay.
I mean, same thing is I don't think Kathleen wants to hear it because he's like, no, don't say that.
I'm very much so, especially because my brain is stupid and will make stupid right connections. I just want to enjoy the game and not be spoiled. Spoil myself.
I called the second game perfectly.
Yeah, whatever.
Same.
Yeah, anyway. It was funny because I was like, this is gonna happen. Watch, and Catherine's like, you might be right.
She's like, But going back to when he first shows his teammates the awesome power. Like the next day, they didn't really seem fazed by it, and I was like, okay, that's cool, but like still, you guys should be like, what the hell is this? And then the next day they kind of are, but only Eustace really asks. And it's like
Eustace is kind of like, I don't really have anything to lose, so let's do this.
Well, he kind of sounded scared when he asked it, like a little bit. And then when Eustace is like, there's like this hidden beast inside me, he's just like, hidden beast, and I'm just like, okay, you better not like break off friendships because of this. Like, that's not cool. That's not cool at all. But the thing is that I laugh that he's just like, oh, you're gonna tell this to like the other team, right? And he's just like, yeah, I kind of have to, don't I? But like, it never shows him actually telling it, nor does.
Yeah, it's just like, and then Reed told them.
Yeah, it never shows him telling them, and they never see it. The other half never sees it until when he kind of starts to, but then
because after that is the intermission, isn't it? Where it's like, you want this story? Go read a thing on a website. Enjoy.
Yeah, I'm just like, I wanted to see him, like them all kind of comforting him, like trying to be like, Reed, it's okay. Like, but he's like, I have this like hidden thing, guys. Like, I don't know what's wrong with me, and they'll be like, Reed, no, it's okay. But we never get that. I wanted it so badly.
We get it in the second one.
Not really.
You do. Well, you kind of do.
I'm trying to remember what part we're talking about.
Guess we'll have to wait till next time.
Is it intermission?
Next time.
Is it intermission?
Next time.
That's such a bland word.
Yes, it's in the intermission.
Okay, got it.
Yes.
I'm kind of.
Now, did you guys read the online?
No, because when you
you
sent me that, we haven't played Cold Steel 2 yet, and I'm like, I don't want to read this.
Wait, you sent him a thing?
I sent you that too, and you guys never read it.
Wait, where? I need to what?
This was like a long time ago.
Cold Steel 2, the Xseed website, and it's like they have a transcript of the drama CD, and there are two stories in them. One that is for the intermission in Cold Steel 1, and one for that you're not supposed to read till you're like halfway through Cold Steel 2.
Okay.
And then there's the one where you were mad because you thought Reen and his sister was going to get together.
Dude, I couldn't believe that.
I was worried because, like, Estelle and Joshua, that's fine. Reen and his sister, no.
No.
Even though it's the same exact thing.
No. Well, it's pretty obvious he doesn't think about that at all. The little head pat.
Little head pat.
And then she blushes, and everyone else is like, are you oblivious to what that's doing to her? Oh, at least all the girls are saying that. And I'm just like, lol.
And I'm just like,
really?
Reen's just, and my Reen's just like, you're all little girls to me.
Shut up, Nick. Oh my god.
Oh man, you're gonna be so sad if you can't date your waifu in the third.
That's gonna like be awful because
don't worry, my way is definitely gonna be in it.
Mine's in it too. It's just it's like, okay, it's going from Vita to PS4, right?
Yeah.
And Vita and Cold Steel 1 and 2, you're able to transfer your save file. You're not able to.
You're not gonna be able to transfer a save file.
I don't know what they're going
to do.
We
don't know yet.
You can't do that.
So I'm like, okay. So all this stuff happened in the second one that's specific with this character, and then in the third one, if it's like none of that happened.
Well, it says at the end of the second one that the story is still going to continue, so that has to continue.
It better have like a little.
It's entirely possible they'll do like a quiz or something, or they'll find a way to transfer the data.
Who did you go? Who's your wife?
Yeah, who'd you choose? That's all they ask.
Like, which one do you like the most? Just tell us, and we'll trust you.
Yeah.
Oh my god, no! But there's like so much more. You know, it's like your character you developed. Nah.
Yeah, I know. That's what it's kind of bugged. It kind of bugged me.
Yeah.
So that's what happened to me.
Back to Cold Steel 1.
Yeah, I could talk about her anyway.
Yeah. So what, do you want to talk about our wife? Because we actually haven't said who our waifus are.
What? Oh no.
You want to say your waifu?
My Toa waifu?
No. Your real waifu.
Sarah waifu?
Your Sarah waifu.
Going out with a teacher?
Nick went out with Sensei.
Except not in the first one, so I just spoiled it.
Yeah, you went out with Toa in the first one, didn't you?
You kind of went out with...
I went out with Toa until the end of the first one, where you could dance with people, and you get to choose who you dance with.
Did you dance with teacher?
And I danced with teacher.
Nice.
And I was like,
there you go.
because I was like, okay, because I couldn't dance with Toa, and I was like, why can't I dance with Toa? I did like everything with her, and I was like, I must have forgot like
She was busy.
Yeah,
she
she
was
was
doing
busy.
other
No,
shit.
you could dance with Toa. It's just for some reason in my game I wasn't able to, but I was able to dance with teacher. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna dance with teacher, and then this whole scene happened, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go with teacher now.
I guess you're going with teacher. Well, it's funny because I think for my dancing scene, I think one of my options was Elliot, which I was like, that's kind of weird. But
Okay.
another one was Husis, and I was like, how the hell would Husis react if I asked
It's
him to
just
dance?
a scene with them, right? They don't really
Yeah,
dance.
they don't actually dance. They just sit off to the side and chat.
I know. But anyway.
But, okay,
my
so
wife-
first let's go.
Go.
At the end of the game, you have like a school festival.
Of course
right?
you have a school festival.
So you have a
How-
school festival, and then
You've been working really hard on like getting this concert together.
yes,
right,
and
with
that all
your team.
happens, and then at the end is the typical dance at every school festival you see in every anime.
Yeah.
And this is when you choose your waifu moment, pretty
Basically,
much.
Yeah.
Or at least the
It-
character you want to connect with.
Yeah,
the most.
connect
Yeah,
with the
it
most.
changes kind of a little bit at the end of the game.
Yeah, so
Personally.
you're whoever you pick is like what you chose for that game, because you could change in the second one.
Yeah, you
if
can.
you want to.
I mean, the beginning is it would be kind of awkward if you did change.
Yeah, but it's still you choose that, and then you have this whole scene with them. You get closer with them.
Yeah.
So that's what we're talking about. Mm-hmm. And of course, you could during the school festival, you could hang out with whoever you want to as well, and you get closer to them that way.
I kind of wanted to that's another thing. I kind of want to know how the end would have changed if you picked everybody else.
What do you mean, everybody?
Yeah, and unfortunately, it's one of those things where you would have to make a save file and
And have to replay that
go
part
back.
every
Yeah.
single time.
Yep. Well, that's when you do new game plus. And
You won't be able to change the ending though.
No, you just you save right before the festival.
I know, but the problem is you'd have to do the final fight like 8 times in order to see every single variation.
assuming you get everybody's bonding events.
Yeah, exactly. But I went the really, really canon way because that's the way you gotta go.
That's
and
the
I
way it
picked
shows on
Elisa.
like the cover. It's like, oh, these are the two
Yeah.
main characters.
It's how the first hour of the game sets it up.
Yeah.
Rin saves Elisa from falling and getting hurt, and she slaps him in return.
Sorry.
So obviously, waifu.
No, because Reen for me was whenever there was an older chick around him, he was always nervous and was always
God.
checking her out.
Oh my god.
It was hilarious, and I'm like, this guy's into older chicks, and I made him do that.
Nope, Elisa.
It was hilarious
gotta be
because
Lisa.
You remember when you had to get some information from Claire?
I know exactly what scene you're talking about, and he stands there
Yeah.
and he stares and he's like, Rin.
Yeah, she's in
And
like
he's
a
just like,
very attractive dress.
I didn't realize she was gonna be wearing that.
Yeah, he's just like,
Dude, she even says it when they come back and there's like, where were you? We were scared, right? And he's like, oh, I was just getting information from Claire. And then Fee's like, yeah. And he was checking her out. And everyone's like, Rin.
That's why I was like, yep, Reen's in the older chicks.
That was-
Because when he sees, what's her freaking name? The
Shannon?
No, the Oprah singer.
Vita?
Vita, yes. I keep saying. I think.
Are you okay
I think
there?
thinking
You have
Violet.
cough?
Yeah, Vita. When she
Vita.
meets Vita, he's the same thing. He's like really embarrassed, and she comes and like kisses him on the cheek and stuff like that when he goes
But
outside.
That's a whole plot point.
I know, but it's like
She only does that for that plot point too.
I know, but it's funny
Yeah.
because he's all flustered because
And I
she's
didn't
an older
understand
chick.
that plot point. I was so confused.
See, I just went with Emma because Elisa was fine. I like her story, but I didn't really use her in my party, and I used Emma, so...
Well,
But Elisa restores your SP, so God Rin can just do whatever the hell he wants.
but then Reen is like a perv with Emma because she was checking out her boobs. Did you not?
But he accepts her for who she is.
But he was staring at how huge her boobs were.
Yeah, but at the very beginning when she heals them with the magic power, and he's just like, "Okay, yeah, you're definitely something's
up
else.
with you.
Something's up with you." But he accepts her.
But did you see the scene I'm talking about, Maddie?
When he
Yes.
checks
Well,
out,
of course you did.
I don't know, maybe not.
You're like studying with her, and then she gets close, and you just see Reen like staring at her chest, and he's
Oh, I
like
didn't.
really embarrassed.
I mean, maybe I didn't. I probably don't remember it though.
It was just, I was like, Reen.
Reen. Well, there's a lot of times where Fee makes fun of that, where like when you're in a dungeon and she's like climbing a ladder. I remember this. She climbs a ladder and she's like really tired. She's like, God, can we have to keep climbing a ladder? And Fee's like, are you sure it's just not your chest? definitely the chest. And then I was just like, Fee, stop it. Elisa's just like, yeah, Fee, stop. Please.
Please stop.
I'm just like, nah, keep going, Fee. This is great.
Game's fun. Yeah.
This game's great.
I like when the characters are finally connecting like that. That's when it gets
Oh,
great.
yeah.
That's why the second game is so great.
Yep. Because that's a lot of that.
Because it's a lot of that. I still didn't get enough backstory on Reen, though. Still mad.
I'm sure
except
the
you got
third
you
will,
except you got all the backstory on
No.
Reen. You got the Bacchus of backstory on
I
Reen.
got some backstory. I need to know the whole
And then the credits
picture.
rolled and you're like, what?
Yes. Yes, that's exactly what happened. And again, I got really mad. It's like, can you not right now?
No. Oh, we can't talk about it.
We can't talk about it.
Dang
but
it.
yeah.
No, wrong game.
Wrong game.
Next time, guys. Next time.
But yeah, a lot of awesome story moments.
Hold on a second. My brother's being...
Yeah.
It's all good. Okay.
Dude, where were we? I forgot what we were talking about. We're talking about waifus.
Talking about
We're talking about
Fee.
story moments. We're talking about big boobs.
Yeah, big boobs. Emma got big boobs. Of course.
Got big boobs and cannot lie?
That's the trope. Glasses girl always has big boobs. I'm not wrong, right?
Oh my god.
It is a trope, that
is-
is for sure.
It's definitely a trope.
Anyway, but the location. I'm gonna go back to gameplay for a second. The locations themselves, where you like go, are really pretty. Well, Nord
are,
Highlands
and colorful.
in particular are the prettiest. I loved because you freaking like get on a horse, and I'm just like, oh, this is dope. And then the song that plays is like, oh yeah, I'm in this. This is really good. It's just like it fits so well.
It does.
And then you gotta go look for
like,
that sheep.
not a spoiler, but the song is different in the second game, and I was like, oh, but I like the
When it
the other
was,
song.
I was so upset. I was like, how can you do this to me?
Because it's different.
Well, that's true
Yeah.
because I rode my motorcycle instead of a horse. So.
Oh, I always rode the horse. I sucked at the motorcycle.
Oh,
Wait, if you rode the motorcycle,
so
the
dope.
person sitting in your side, did their link go up a little bit?
I don't know. I didn't have
You can do
anybody
the same with
sitting on my
horses.
side. I just rode alone.
I just remember that I think the person I was linked to was always in the sidecar. So always had teacher in the sidecar.
Well, I laughed because by the end of
This is the second game we're talking about again.
dang it, it's
I know,
so hard
yeah.
to okay, continuing the locations. Well, I like the fact that when you went to Heimdall, right? And it's like, yeah, this is the biggest city. It's the capital. And for real, that place is huge.
It is.
You go-
You have to go by tram. You can't even.
You have to
can't
go
even walk
everywhere. It's just like, dang, this is the capital city. And it feels like you only explored just a little piece of it because that's the only place you could go.
Feels like you're in Tokyo.
Yeah?
I'll tell you if that's true in about a month.
Stop. Nick, you're the one who said don't. Anyway. Yeah, locations are great. But then the game picks up. It picks up hella dramatic. Oh, actually, we haven't even really talked about the old schoolhouse.
Yeah, we haven't talked
I
about
was
those.
gonna say.
The freaking one of the biggest parts of the game.
I think that's like one of the main parts
That's the
of the
main
game.
thing that's the main point of the game.
At first, you're like, oh, I gotta explore this
Have to
thing
go
here.
to-
It has nothing
so, like,
to do.
Well, yeah. So, like, you know how you had the pattern of you go to the field trip and then you come back and then you have the free day to do whatever you want. But like the end of the free day is always the principal is asking you to go check out the old schoolhouse.
Yeah, because it's acting weird. So, like,
being-
maybe go do something with that.
Yeah, like floors are appearing randomly, and this is odd technology down here. So here, send the students over and check it out.
It's always old schoolhouses. That too.
Yeah.
But like the beginning, it is like the whole, oh god, gotta go back to the old schoolhouse.
Oh, I'm going to the Tartarus again?
Freaking yeah.
Oh, I love that actually because I was like, yes, I get to listen to the song.
Yeah.
The songs are pretty great. I was just like, oh man, it's the same zone, it's a good song, but like, man, same scenery.
Yeah, they got harder.
It did get harder,
And more
and the song
puzzly.
changed as you got deeper. But
Yep.
it finally got to the point where it's just like, oh yeah, something for real is like, this is weird.
Well, I think the weird part is when
You get to the door.
Celine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's actually to be.
Have we even introduced Celine?
No.
No.
Well, Celine.
Wait, does Celine even have like a really
Yeah,
big part in the first one?
Yeah,
Yeah,
at
she
the end.
is.
At the end.
At the end?
She's huge.
Oh yeah. At the end, that's when it happens. When
Okay,
you know.
yeah, because Celine is okay. So Emma,
Has
you
it-
figure out what Emma is by the end, right?
if you
Yeah.
hang out with her,
Yeah.
it
So
tells
Emma's
you
a
you're
witch. That's supposed to be guiding Reed along.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and Celine is her cat familiar, basically. And she's just along the whole story, but most of the Cold Steel one, she's a cat.
She's a cat, and you give her milk, and then she gives you serum powder if you give her milk.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I just remember the one cutscene where Reen starts petting her, right? And, like, I don't know, Pets, like, touches her paw or something and, like, scratches him. And he's just like, yeah, I got scratched by this black cat, to Emma. And Emma's like, let me take care of you. It's like, oh. So obviously the black cat and Emma are linked. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
But so there's
in the intro video, it shows them together. So it's like, oh, these guys are linked.
That's true. But, like, there have been several points. I think, oh, yeah, this hasn't happened yet. There's been a few points where Reen will randomly grab at his chest. All right, so the big power hasn't been, like, revealed yet. And so finally when you get deep enough into the old schoolhouse, you get to this door, and everyone's just like, what the hell? Like, why is this door won't open? It's obviously something back there, but it won't open. And Reen looks at it, and he gets that, like, pain in his chest again. And you see Emma look at him just like, So that's when you know something's up.
And Celine just rushes.
And Celine, like, looks and then rushes off.
No, wait.
Yeah.
Why was the princess and the sister there? I mean, the sister was there, but was the princess
No,
there?
not yet. See, that comes later. Like, literally later that day, Reen's, like, had sent something to his sister saying, like, I'm gonna leave the family and go with the military because I'm not worthy, right? And then she comes up and is just like, Reen, what the hell are you doing? I love you.
Yeah, Reen's a bit of a drama queen.
Yeah, he really is, but it's hilarious. And like, the whole deep conversation, and then Reen's, like, trying to be the whole, like, I'm not worthy, your dad did all this, and I'm not worthy to be your sister, and she's just like, Reen, you just don't understand how I feel, and she runs off, and then the whole time, the whole class was listening to him, to both of them, and they're all like, Reen, what are you doing? Run after her now, we can talk about this later, and he's like, oh, okay, yeah, sorry guys, and then she follows the cat. She follows Celine into the old schoolhouse, and Celine lures her to that door where Reen had pain.
Celine's a bit of a bitch.
Dude, Celine, I can't believe she did that.
Isn't Crow down there for some reason as well?
No.
I think he's watching to see what happens, but
I don't know, because the whole thing is,
Crow was there.
But they all go together because Reen was following, I believe, and, like, Patrick.
I think Reen gets there first, and then Sharon and Crow get there.
No, it's Patrick.
To, like, make sure nothing goes wrong.
It's only Patrick and Crow.
Is it Patrick?
Yeah,
it's
Patrick.
Right, it is Patrick.
Patrick, because, like, he kind of sidelines Reen by being all like, how's your sister? And he's like, dude, if you touch my sister, like, I'll freaking kill you. And then Crow's like, hey, what are you guys doing? And then they suddenly hear Elise scream, and that's when they run in. And then the whole thing where the door has opened, and I still don't get why the door opened in front of. Oh no, I see why.
It was a test.
It was because Reen was nearby at the time. Mm-hmm. So the door opens, and this big freaking suit of armor comes out and, like, knocks her, like, kind of unconscious. And they go down, and Reen sees that, and that's when his big power gets revealed, and he loses control and starts attacking, and it's freaking dope. So great. But, like, in the middle of that, the whole conflict comes in where he tries to suppress it. And then he says the really cryptic thing of, no, I'm not going to be taken by it again. And then time to take, he's just like, I can't fight it without the power. But, time to take back what I lost that winter's day. And then Crow comes in and is just like, hey, you think I was going to stand by? And then they fight it.
What, was it Yusuke with that little
Yeah, dude. And it's like, you think I'm going to stand by and not help? And then they fight it, and then they win. And after they win, freaking the rest of the team comes down. It's just like, whoa, we heard something. It's like, yeah, you did. Some shit went down. And then, Elise wakes up and it's just like, Reen, and the whole cryptic thing is just like, you came back. And he's like, yeah, I was able to pull through. And it's just like, wait, what? I was able to pull through.
Yeah,
power.
And then
you learn the power
thing in the winter.
And then you're just like, at the time, I'm just like, so what's he actually gonna say? And then it does the thing where it's just like, Let's say this. Reen gets up and just like, let's document this right. So what happened? And then you get the cut, and it's just like, okay, so he obviously doesn't tell them what happened.
So the Crow knows what's going on, too.
Yeah.
Well,
Crow knows it's a test and everything.
Yeah, he knows what. Yeah, it's actually, I didn't really think about that, but yes, he knows it's a test, and it's funny because that means he helps him with the test.
Well, I think he kind of wants, in a way, to get Reen over to his side. Like, I think that was a part of Vita's plan, was, if possible, make Reen come over.
I thought the whole thing.
In the second one, it actually tells you what's up.
I thought. Okay. Well,
yeah, no, they're supposed to fight, but I mean, that doesn't mean that they have to be enemies.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Oh, it worked. Anyway, so yeah, that whole thing happens. And from then on, like, my interest in the game grew. So, like, I was just like, I need to know what? I need to know more. I need to know more. I need to know more. And, like, the whole time, as, like, where, I don't even remember where they go. They go to Legram after.
Yep.
And the whole time, Reed's kind of, like, depressed. And everyone's kind of picking up on it. It's just like, oh, what happened? And it's just like, I think it's what happened to the schoolhouse. Like, everyone's talking amongst themselves. I'm just like, yeah, it is. Figure it out, guys. Like, I need to know what happens, kind of deal.
But they don't help him. No. Laura's dad does.
Laura's dad, yeah, they don't help him. Laura's dad helps him.
Man to man.
That was... I still don't get the whole, like, what made him change his... Like, what made him decide suddenly to request a duel? Because he's just like, because you said that, my mind's made up. And I'm just like, he didn't really say anything. Like, why did you suddenly just...
Because he knows what's up. Because he sees it in his body language.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. But I laughed because throughout that whole field trip, there's a whole thing where you fight the other students at the school, and then you fight, like, the butler, right? And he's just like, I sense fear in your eyes, and you're holding back. And then Laura's just like, I knew it.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, he's been holding back this whole time? He's even more of a god? Yes! Let's go! And then that's when that whole dramatic scene happened. And that was, like, that was the second highlight of that game for me. It was just, like, that was a big story moment, and it was really well done.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Feel free to comment.
Yeah.
I've been talking
I
a lot.
like the game. It's good.
Yeah.
You've been overpowering this entire podcast.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I know, because I love this game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, it's all good.
We were talking about the old schoolhouse, and somehow we got to Logrim.
Well, because the whole thing, it's all tied together.
The old schoolhouse stuff.
Well, no, the funny thing is the old schoolhouse is the final dungeon.
Yes,
well, technically,
but we're still getting there.
It's just funny.
Yeah.
It's like this entire thing you've been doing the entire game becomes the final dungeon.
the final dungeon.
Yeah. And the area finally changes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Psychedelic.
And I don't know how it was on on the Vita, but even the PS3 slowed down in that new area.
No,
I don't remember.
I
remember the freaking festival, though. It was laggy so much. I couldn't handle it.
The festival ran at 10 frames, 15 frames per second.
Oh my god, no, it was fine on PS3. It was that final dungeon where it was like, oh my god, why did you do this? I can barely move.
Yeah. That was fun.
I didn't have that problem. It was slower, but it wasn't it wasn't the festival.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the only part of the game where I'm like, oh, okay, maybe you push it a bit, Falcom. Maybe you should have toned this down a little.
But now it's on PS4.
Yep, and oh my god, the new battle screen. Oh, it looks so fun.
It looks very stylized, like a certain other game.
God,
can
we stop going back to that game?
Like a certain other game.
No, I'm saying it's taking its style. That's the point. It's copying it.
Hey,
wait,
it's good. Not broke, don't fix it.
Wait,
Cold Steel 3's battle system starting to look like Persona 5's.
Yeah,
not even starting to look like it looks like a lot.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's a good battle system. So snappy and pretty.
There better be all out.
Shut up!
Well, technically there is, right?
Technically,
in
it's a different
Cold
thing.
Steel 2, Cold Steel.
Okay, like
you need
some of the elements, but don't
you need 5 bursts.
Don't rip what Persona 5 did. Okay,
I'm not ripping it.
No, I'm talking Falcom. Like
they're not ripping it; they're making it their own.
I know they're making it their own. That's good. I'm just saying, if it looks like obviously ripped, I'll be mad.
Oh.
Okay.
I don't think it will be obviously ripped, but it is so inspired.
That's good. Persona 5 is a great game. Anyway, we're trying not to go in that direction.
Yeah,
we could talk about it. It's just not like we could.
Well, I don't want to get all sad again.
Okay.
Yeah.
You didn't beat it.
I know, but I'm close to beating it.
Yeah.
It makes me sad.
Yeah. Okay.
Just like the ending of this damn game.
Yeah.
The ending of this game, I cried for way too long.
You did.
Aww.
And almost broke my Vita.
I was sad with the ending, but I still think there are other games in the series that have worse endings.
Had a worse ending. Well, it's basically the first kind of game I played where it had a cliffhanger.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. So
enough.
that's why I was just like, yeah. So
Sky had it really bad.
Really bad cliffhanger, and then I had to wait for 4 years.
Yeah, she had. That's
I
probably,
know, I've heard the story about 10 times, and I feel so sad for you.
that's probably why it's worse for you, Kathleen,
because you had to wait
Yeah,
so long.
exactly. Like the cliffhanger itself, whatever. If you can go directly from Sky to second chapter, you're fine. But considering the wait and the not knowing if it was even going to come out, and then the possible permanent cancelization, it was like, oh god, I just want to know what happens. I just want to be able to look at my art books.
Thank goodness for Cold Steel to come out and make Falcom start releasing all their stuff here.
Good.
And thank goodness for Xseed.
Well, Xseed and Axis, because they've got Tokyo Xanadu, and so yeah, they're spreading the love a bit, which is good.
Yeah.
Good. So let's
So when we get to Corellia Fortress, suddenly we realize that there's a huge war getting close to breaking up. Oh no, there was about to be the terrorist group.
They wanted to destroy
went-
Crossbell so that they're trying to destroy Crossbell.
To create a war.
Yeah, they create a war.
Yeah. But then that gets shot down, literally. Sorry.
Oh man, you gave your own badumchish.
Yeah, I did.
job.
I got it all
You
down.
pulled the mom.
Anyway, so they got shot down, and then there's that whole month of just like kind of peace. But you know, it's just like, yeah, this is totally not over.
I'm gonna pause real quick. The fortress actually gets destroyed.
Well, not yet.
I know, but just in
Yeah,
general,
eventually
I just remember that.
it gets destroyed. That was like the big like, what?
And everyone's
That's
like,
what everyone.
It's not only destroyed, it's gone.
Yeah.
Like, there's a sphere where there is nothing.
Like, to put that into perspective, Corellia Fortress was like the big wall between Erebonia and like Crossbell and everything to that side. It was like what was keeping them in power, kind of. Like they were just like, we have these huge guns, don't mess with us.
Well, Erebonia was a very militaristic country.
Yeah, that's what
Well, that's always been their thing, is the
I know.
military.
I know.
Yeah.
That's what I was telling Maddie, because she hasn't played the other
I
Trails
haven't
games.
played the other
Right.
ones, but like, I'm not really in like Erebonia is not like where my heart is. It's class 7. Class 7 is where my heart is.
Exactly.
But so there's this big thing, just like big thing of power, and then suddenly everyone's just like, it got destroyed. Like it's not there anymore. We're vulnerable.
It's gone.
It's gone
and
completely.
That means they have power to just make places vanish.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's when like everyone's just like,
Ouroboros!
yeah. But in between, before that actually happens, they go to Roar. Right? Yeah. Roar is when
they go to Roar.
Roar is actually when they get shot, when the terrorist group gets shot down, actually.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. But they also start hearing about like how some of like the factions who are building things, some of them are being really secretive.
The factories.
The factories are being secretive. They're split into like sections and stuff like that. So you're starting to get an idea that like.
And Elisa R.
Oh, Elisa's actually the
Rhineford
group. She's actually the daughter of the leader of the Rhineford group.
Yeah, but so her mom didn't even know what's going on in the factory.
Yeah. So that's why it's like, okay, some shady stuff's going on. Like, this isn't good. But then they get shot down, so everyone's just like, oh, okay, everything's honky-dory.
Everything's good, obviously. Like, let's not look into this any further.
Yeah, let's focus on our concert. And so we do. And that concert's pretty great, by the way.
That concert is adorable.
That concert's pretty, fantastical. But, what?
I was doing the Persona 4 concert.
Oh my god, can you not, please? Anyway. But in the center, right... isn't it the night before the concert? Because they do it on like the final day, I believe. That's
Corellia Fortress is destroyed during the bonfire.
Yeah, so this is before Corellia Fortress gets destroyed. Is when the schoolhouse lights up, and that's when that final dungeon happens. When the place transforms, because. Only in a
Falcom game where you have a final dungeon and then like 10 more hours of game.
Right? Yeah, so the final dungeon, and then nobody can pass through the barrier, but then everyone's like, wait, class 7 can, with their powers combined.
Friendship.
Yeah, power of friendship.
It was just because they're connected to Reen, all right?
Yeah.
Guys,
that
come on.
actually is true, yeah. But yeah, they go in, and then they go into this, how the last level of the schoolhouse that just opened up, and it was like, okay, time to figure out what's really happening.
Is that what the techno song?
Maybe?
I'd have to listen to it.
Yeah. I don't remember the music.
And then you
Again, it's been a year.
Yeah, it's been a while. And then you go throughout the dungeon, and you're just like, "This is a long dungeon. When will it end?"
Why is every normal battle? Why
you
was
think that dungeon's long? Wait till you play Sky.
Why is no? It's like, why is every normal battle a boss battle?
Yeah, those battles were really hard. I had to like just skirt around people.
Yeah, I had to run. They were huge and slow, but it was just like, ugh.
Why?
Whenever I fought them, it was like, nothing hurts you. Why, Falcom?
And then you get to the final, you get to the final boss, and that boss just spits on you and you die.
Yeah, that boss is not a fun time. I mean, it's a really well done boss with great music and great atmosphere, but oh my god,
great music, great atmosphere, and when you beat it, you're just like, oh my god, that was the most hard thing ever. It makes you feel so accomplished.
Thou hast the power.
Yeah, well, that's not even what happens. Like, there's a whole... I don't even remember what cutscene you get, but it's just like, I'm fragmenting the great power. You gotta defeat me in order for this to... Actually, I think they're just like, we gotta defeat this for the schoolhouse to return to normal. We gotta really do this concert, guys.
But isn't it like
Yeah.
The concert's what just driving them. It's hilarious.
But isn't like Reen have like visions though in the middle of like
Yes.
he's seeing things.
I don't know about it in the middle or after, but there are visions, yeah, for sure.
I think he's definitely having visions, right? And then, so they beat it, finally, and, you know, they're all in the, like, exhausted state. And then Valimar appears in front of him. He's like, what? And then it all goes white.
Yeah, I was like, oh, cool. There's a giant suit of armor. That's probably going to be like a main character.
Did they already open the giant suit of armor? Was it, like, already
Not yet.
revealed? Okay, not yet.
No,
yes, they do it the day of. So, yeah. And then, you know, they wake up and they're all outside that random room and it's closed now. And it's just like, oh, we did something, guys. The light's gone. Let's do our concert. Woo!
The engineer guy.
Nothing is wrong. Let's go back to being high school students.
The engineer is just like, I'm just going to look at this.
Yeah, I'm going to look at this door. Yeah, it's weird. And then the
suit of armor still that's there. He's just.
I thought you just said that it hasn't been opened yet.
After you beat the boss, you get that suit of armor.
Oh,
Yeah.
the suit of armor opens after the boss. Got it. Okay, yes.
Yeah, it's still like a hunk of metal. At this point. It's not actually.
And they're all like, guys, there's actually a hollow point in this thing. And then, you know, they're all joking around. It's like, I want to ride in it. That'd be so cool. And who says someone? I think it's Eustace. Is just like, is this like the Great Knights of Legend?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if that was Eustace.
It
Yeah.
probably was Eustace. But then, you know, they do their concert and it's like, yeah, let's go. Awesome concert. Then the bonfire.
And everything is good.
Everything's
and nothing
good.
can possibly go wrong.
Bonfire.
You
You dance.
And then
it's
you
great.
have a good moment with Crow, and you're like, man, these guys are best friends.
Yeah, it's so
you dance
good.
with your waifu or whoever you want to be close with.
And then suddenly the principal strolls down the stairs and just like, now nobody panic, but Corellia Fortress just got destroyed. Everyone panics.
Everyone go home.
Yeah.
Everyone go home.
Because like every important person in the country is like there for some reason.
Yeah.
The princes,
Well, because it's their sons and daughters are going to this school.
Or their alumni.
Yeah.
Like Prince Oliver. Yeah.
Olivier.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. You can say Oliver because that is how they say it in English. I just disagree.
Okay. Yeah. And then, so that happens. It's like, oh, God. Then the next day, everyone's preparing to leave.
Everyone's like,
Everyone's
everyone's just like worried. They're just waiting.
Oh, yeah,
for
everyone's
news.
worried, waiting for news. And then that's when they're just like, let's talk to everybody. And then everyone's just like, Crow's missing. Crow's been...
Well, and also it's like, the big guy, the guy in power right now, he's doing a conference in the middle
he's
of
like
Heimdall.
He's doing a big speech to talk about war and what just happened to Corellia Fortress.
And what it means
wow,
for them.
why is Crow, like, returning all this stuff? It's really weird.
Yeah,
it's like against
Crow's
his character.
acting weird.
Crow's
That's
acting weird.
strange.
And then you talk to us, it's like, yeah, Crow went on a train and said he wanted to go watch the speech in person. And you're just like,
Dun, dun,
oh,
dun.
God. And then William comes out and it's just like,
Oops.
wow. Oops, sorry, guys. But Crow's, like, been the bad guy the whole time.
Just figured that out.
Figured that out somehow.
And that's how she says it.
Yeah.
Yep.
She's like, whoops, sorry, guys. And then Mystic Spell happens.
Oh yeah, Vita sings and
Yeah.
you see
And
what
then you
Crow
see
does.
what Crow does, and Crow kills Chancellor Osborne.
Big
And
hole in the chest.
Big hole
and
in the
everything.
chest, falls down. He's just like,
Yeah.
well played.
Bit of blood.
Armbrust.
And then
Falls
Claire,
down.
and then Claire somehow knows he's where
Yeah,
exactly
and
where
then
he
Claire's
is.
just like, I got you now. And he's just like, oh yeah, you think you got me, huh? You think you got me, huh?
Yeah. And
Jumps
then
off the side.
And then
he's
suddenly
in
there's giant robots.
giant robots everywhere. And everyone, we're just like, What?
I was like, what?
What's happening?
There's giant robots in this game? This
Crow
game just
suddenly
got...
flies off in a giant robot.
The second that they were giant robots, I'm like, Nick's gonna love this game.
I was like, giant robots? This game just got 1,000 times better.
Giant robots
makes everything better.
And then there's a huge cutscene about how Heimdall just immediately gets taken over by whatever terrorist group this is.
On the way to Thor's. And
the other thing is that Zephyr, who is Fee's family.
You don't know that yet.
Yeah, you do. She says, I saw them, my family.
Oh.
Okay, sorry. But, yeah.
No, you do.
Yeah.
You know.
So Fee's family is just, like, the one piloting the big robots, and you're just like, oh, God, here we go. And then everyone's like, they're on their way to Thor's. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. All the teachers are like, we gotta prepare for war.
And then...
And Class 7's like, we gotta help them. We gotta help them.
And then the teachers are like, nope, you stay here. And then we get to see how badass every teacher is.
Oh, my God, every teacher is really badass.
Yeah, every teacher's, like, really
the
strong.
The medic lady's just like... principal, this is great.
Isn't she like a sniper?
She's a sniper. She's like, here, let me just take this out for you. Boop. So good. And then Sarah's just like doing things. And then Shannon comes out of nowhere and is just like, let me help you. Chains.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then Sarah always has like a thing against... Or
she still has a thing against Shannon.
Well, because she's an
Ouroboros.
Yeah, she's an enforcer.
Do you know that yet?
She says so. She says so there.
You learn that for sure in the second one. You might find it out near the end of the first.
Okay.
Yeah, she says like I am enforcer.
She's kind of like really blasé about it. Like out of all
an enforcer, you know.
Yeah,
but then she does that whole thing.
It's no biggie.
She does that whole thing.
I serve my master.
Yeah,
I will serve. I will protect you. And since you are friends with Elisa, I will protect you too till the end of my days. And it's just like, okay.
She serves the Reinford
family. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the thing is, Ouroboros is kind of just like, yeah, I mean, do whatever you want, I guess. Sure, just, when we need you. Except for, like, 2 exceptions.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say who.
Yeah, don't say, yeah. And it's on, Class 7 is all like, wow, teachers are really great, huh? And then they realize the west entrance is under attack, and they're like, we gotta help!
We're Class 7, we got this.
We got this! And then they proceed to get their butt kicked.
They don't got it at all.
They actually, they handle 2 of them, and then the other lady,
the lady
Scarlet.
She can't hit her, right? She has like a special.
And then Crow shows up after that.
Well, wait a second. Because Scarlet shows up, and they get their butt kicked, and that's when...
Thou hast required the power.
And suddenly, ladies and gentlemen, Reen can control a giant mech.
Yep. He summons Voltron.
You only get to do it for like 2 fights, but you can do it, and it's awesome.
And it's like, oh my god, game changed, and this is amazing.
It's like, Valimar, the Ashen Knight. and he's like, and it flies.
The music starts, and then it flies up, and everyone's like, why is that thing moving? And then it lands, and all Class 7, like, Ray's just like channeling energy, just like staying still. Yeah. And so this is when Celine comes out of hiding, because he's just like, so, finally ready, right? And she's like, did the cat just talk? What? He's just like, don't worry about that right now. Focus on remembering his name, you idiot.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I love when he actually goes into Valimar, and he's like, what am I doing? How do I know how to do this? And his body is just like turning, like setting up.
He's like moving automatically.
Yeah, he's just like, I'm going to hit all these dials and buttons, and I know how.
Yeah, and he's like, how do I know how to do this?
A Gundam?
Yeah, and then Celine's just like, yeah, as soon as you accept the contract, like, you know everything. Yeah. But careful, you don't have a sword. And he's like,
you don't have a weapon.
You don't have a weapon. He's just like, oh crap. And I just love the fact that that Class 7 doesn't make the connection, because like Reen runs in front of the robot and then disappears, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he gets sucked into it. He gets
sucked in, and so the robot's standing, and then suddenly Scarlet's just like, I got you now, and then robot evades, and they're just like, whoa, that robot evaded like a trained duelist. And Fee's like Reen would. And I'm just like, how could you not make that connection?
It's like, wow, you're really slow on this. Like,
and then he's like,
but this time you're a little slow.
He's like moving the robot, and finally his voice comes. He's like, I think I got the basics now. And they're like, Reen, you're controlling that? I'm like, how did you think he would? Who do you think is controlling it? And that's when he gets into his awesome, like,
8 leaves.
His 8 leaves defenseless stance. Yeah. And Laura proceeds to just like define that, just like, yeah, wow, he knows that. There's a lot more to you than me, huh, Reen? It's just like, yeah, I know this. I could do this in my sleep. Mm-hmm. Proceeds to kick Scarlet's butt.
And then a totally new game mechanic comes into the game.
Where you're playing basically
for the last fight.
last few
We're playing basically like rock, paper, scissors. Just like
it's a guessing game.
It's a guessing game, yeah. I like that mechanic. It's really fun.
That was really fun, yeah.
I do think they tweaked it nicely in the second game.
That's
I was
true.
worried. It's like,
don't be the same.
no.
They added a lot more.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he then proceeds to beat Scarlet with just his hands and steal her sword.
Yep.
And it's just like, got
My sword
ya.
now.
Got ya, my sword now.
And
And
then
then Crow comes out of nowhere and is just like, whoa, wait a second. And you're just like, Crow.
Buddy, pal,
yeah,
why?
if I defeat you, you're gonna come with
Yeah,
me.
Reen does the whole, we were friends. Did that concert mean nothing? And it's just
He's like, no, it really didn't. I
No,
was,
he didn't.
acting.
Even though, like, in the cockpit, he's just like, he's thinking about it. He's like, yeah, it really did mean something, but he's just like, no, meant nothing. And then fight happens, and it's really hard.
It is.
And then he's like, yeah, I
Let's
got
go see if you get bad luck.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then he's like, yeah. It's like, I defeated you. And he's like, no,
Reen's
you
like,
didn't.
I defeated you. Oh, no, you
Well, I
didn't.
was holding back.
Proceeds to just knock Reen down in one hit.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
He gets damaged, and then Celine's like, you gotta get out of here. You gotta get out of here. And he's like, no,
I can't leave my
let
friend."
me stay.
No,
and he flies off.
there's
then that's
there's
the end.
more. There's more than that.
No.
He gets knocked
Yeah,
down.
he gets knocked
I know.
down,
Knocked
and then
down.
the classmates are all
Yeah,
like,
his classmates
"We
start to
gotta
protect
run."
him.
Yep.
Yeah, and he's injured because like whenever the knight gets hit, the awakener who
Gets hurt, too.
as well. So it's like he's like really injured. He's just like, guys, no, don't do it. He's just like, Reen, you could be the way to save this country. Like, yeah, you can, but like,
During this entire time, man, he's like, this better not be the end.
yeah. I'm
This
just like,
better not be the
I'm
end.
just like, there's no way it's the end. And then whoever you danced with comes up and he's just like, man, like, Reen, I'll tell you. Mine was just like, Reen, I'll tell you how I truly feel when we get back.
Unless the person you dance with is not
Is-
there.
Yeah, I don't know what you got because you did.
I don't think I got anything. I don't think she says anything.
Yeah,
Really?
But,
Oh,
that's
okay.
kind of sad because so when you do dance with like a girl, like even if it's a guy, whoever it is you danced with, like appears on like the screen in front of Reen, and he's just like doing that heartfelt farewell.
I know for Emma, she's like, you accepted me for who I am, and I'm really thankful, and I'll explain everything when next time we meet.
Which is anyway, yeah. And so I'm just like, no, don't leave. And then Valamar's just like, yeah, okay, let's go.
Initiating escape sequence.
Celine's like, yeah, let's go. And he's like, no, let me stay. And then that's when I'm just like, this better not be the end of the goddamn game.
And then it's literally the end.
And Nick just like literally like just leans into my ear and is just like, the end. And I'm like, what? No! That's when I'm just like, I just like slam my Vita on like my desk. I start crying. I was like, there's no way this could be the end. Like, you can't do this to me. Oh my god. And Nick's just like laughing in the corner, just like, I knew you'd react like this. Just like,
Yeah, he's been saying it for a while. He was like, yeah, she's not gonna like the end.
Yeah. Oh my god. It's just like 30 minutes to just like I was in his room. Nick was like streaming a different game. And, like, I was crying really hard, and apparently some people are just like, is your sister okay?
It's like who's crying in the background? It's like, is there a crying girl?
They might have been there during that stream going, is Maddie okay?
Yeah.
She doesn't sound okay.
Like, why? There's no way this could be the end.
I was like, don't worry, the second one's coming out in like 6 months. Don't worry.
It's like, that's not soon enough.
That ending though.
That ending was like
that just blew me away. I guess
That
I was
was
like,
awesome.
because I was just playing it and I'm like, yeah, this is pretty good. This is all right. And then that ending happened. That whole part happens,
the
and I'm
mech
like,
part.
no, just the entire part that happened.
Oh.
And I was like, man, that just kicked it up like 5 notches. This is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, now I
And
want to
set it
know
up
what
so that
happens.
the second one didn't have to have that slow JRPG intro. It was
That's
like,
it's
okay,
hilarious
witness.
because actually the second one literally jumps right back in.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
no stops at all.
It's like, wake up.
It's like, I couldn't believe the beginning
Wake
of
up,
the second
Link.
game. Oh my god. Because that second game leaps back into like 3 different things all at once. I'm just like,
Yep.
what? Oh my god,
Yeah.
this game.
You
So
play
good.
you
But alas, we'll have to talk about it
Later.
another time.
Yeah.
But I just know that when I first started the second game, I started running around. I'm like, oh, whoa, Reen runs well now. He doesn't have a stiff animation anymore.
It's not a spoiler. No, it is a spoiler. I'll keep it to myself for next time. I like what they do at the beginning of the second game, is all I'll say.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, so do I. Nick actually, I don't know if it's the thing we're talking about, but Nick asked me, is like, is this what it, does this do this for you? Tell me if that's
what did it say for you at this point?
What did it say for you?
Because I was totally wondering if that's what happened.
I know what part you're talking about.
Yeah. But you got same thing with you.
Yeah, it's technically a spoiler, so let's save that for next time.
Waifus. I need to replay the Cold Steel. It's just
Okay, so there's one thing that bugged me about Cold Steel 1. They did the same thing in Sky. I guess it's like a number 1 version of the game. You can't pick your party ever.
I know.
You always have
the thing is, I think that's harkening back to older Legend of Heroes games, because in the Gargav trilogy, you never get to pick your party. And I don't know about the first 2, but I doubt you get to pick your party there too.
I don't mind not picking your party because it relieves the choice of just
who do you get to pick?
God, who do I have to
pick?
Well,
especially because in the second one you always get to pick your party.
Yeah, every
that's
single
great.
time.
They're great, unless it's required to have someone in there.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Which happens often.
Elliot all day, every day.
Always have Elliot.
Always have the spellcasters off.
Elliot, Lisa, Laura. Those tend to be my mains.
Yep, but that's for next time.
Yep.
They were my mains in the first game, too.
Yeah, but let's go back to when you said I made Gaius godlike, right?
Yeah.
So I just made, because Gaius had a lot of natural evade, and if you just give him more evade, he becomes he evades 90% of his of attacks. Plus, whenever you evade, you always counter, if you're in range, and he has a spear, so his range is a little longer. And then I have another quartz that makes all counters crits. So what would happen?
Yeah, I gave that to Rain.
So what I would do is he would dodge everything and hit and crit, and I would instantly get a burst. So that was awesome. Plus, during boss battles, he would never get hit by those instant kill those AoE stuff. And
but bosses shouldn't be able to instant kill, and they shouldn't be able to heal. Falcom needs to learn this.
Oh my god, you just reminded me of a terrible boss in the second game.
So they heal, they summon allies, and...
No, what sucks is when they summon allies, they can summon allies that heal.
Yeah.
But those allies those allies that don't actually die from the first S-craft you use. And you're just are you serious? You
just reminding me of Sky when you have the boss guys who have little minions with them, and then when you kill the minions, they scream and raise their strength and speed and defense all at once.
Oh, right, those things.
And I'm like, oh, that's cool. Thank you.
Thanks. Yeah, Falcom's not very nice. It doesn't want you to have fun fighting bosses.
I was fighting...
It likes to rip out your heart, too.
Yep.
Hey, it had a good epilogue, all right?
What game? Which one?
The second one.
Okay.
This first one just ends.
We're talking about Cold Steel 2?
Yeah.
The epilogue, maybe?
I just fought these monsters in Sky 2 that are pretty much, you can't hit them with physical attacks.
Oh, like the whirling dust bunny things or whatever?
No, it was fogs.
Or it was
fog creatures.
Oh, okay.
And so there's the 2 boss guys that one you could hit with physical attacks and one you could only hit with magic attacks.
Magic, yeah.
And then they had 4 low guys who could only get hit by magic attacks, but only ground. Everything else was 50%. The big boss guys could summon more little boss guys. It took me, I think that battle took me 2 hours to beat.
Holy shit. But you were playing on hard.
I was playing on hard. So I was trying to figure out the best strategy. And I figured it out at the end. It took forever. And Falcom, stop doing that.
Final boss in Cold Steel 1 probably took me 2 or 3 hours.
Really? I don't remember.
I kept dying.
I don't remember that being that hard.
It was the worst
the final boss
ever.
That isn't the mech fight, I think, took me about an hour, maybe less.
I don't remember the boss fight. I gotta play it again.
The Dark Shadow.
Yeah, I know what it is, but I don't remember it.
It summons
It just kept healing. That was
it
issue.
kept summoning minions, and then it would heal a bunch.
Or it would eat Reen, and it'd be like, no, I need him. He's my power.
Reen is my power. You can't do that to me.
He has all my gladiator equipment.
Yes. Well, no, Elliot had one thing, so that he would always have a S-Craft when I needed it.
He always had that sweet, sweet heal S-Craft.
Oh, so good.
S-crafts. That's the thing I
love
like.
'em.
That's the thing I like about Cold Steel or Legend of Heroes in general is that you have your crafts and then you have your arts.
Yes.
Crafts are like skills that use CP, and then arts use SP, and then the get arts you have like a materia like system that you just get to pick and choose what you want your character to be.
Also,
And you can make your character anything.
Yeah,
like-
more so in Cold Steel. In
Yes.
in Sky, you don't really have that customizability.
Well, Sky, almost every quartz has a negative effect as well, so it gets harder to overpower your characters.
Yeah.
as well
You
as
could totally-
crafts can tend to be are like personalized depending on what character. You're
Yeah,
using.
yeah.
There's no the same craft. They might do the same
Yeah.
thing, but they're definitely named
They're
differently.
named differently and look differently,
They
and
look
probably have
different.
like different special effects,
Yeah.
or like not visual effects. I mean, like
You know what's no B craft is Emma's just like, here, let me just raise you from the dead with like
Yes,
At
I love that.
CP.
That's why she was always in my party, because it's like, okay, if Elliot can't heal them, then she can raise them from the dead and give them CP.
that's the thing. That's like a mechanic that I hate, but it's good. Is that when you die, you lose all your CP.
The other broken thing that Emma could do was put on a shield that would block physical or
Yeah.
magic attacks.
Yeah.
that was an AOE one, wasn't it? AOE
Yep.
craft.
Was it it was a craft?
It was a craft.
I don't remember that. I remember I always had to use. Oh, that's the second game. Never mind.
It was like mirror shield or something like that.
I know. The second, this isn't just like a gameplay thing. She only had block magic attacks.
No, she could block physical.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Because I remember Usis has block physical, block crafts.
Maybe it's just because the way I ended up playing the second one was like, okay, everyone just make sure nobody can get hit, and let's win this.
Let's
everyone
make
have-
Rena God and win.
Yeah. So you put Reen and Sarah together.
Don't start talking about your strategy right now. Don't even.
Yeah, we're not talking about that game, Nick.
Yeah, Nick.
Dang it, that was such a good strategy.
No.
I'm sure it was wonderful. Next
Fine. When you had Fee in
okay.
your party in the first one, you would use Scud Cutter. Was that what it was called? Scud Cutter? Scud something.
I don't know. I didn't use her.
Scud
So.
Killer?
It's a Scud something. It's the one where you go in the line.
Yeah.
All right. So what it does, it lowers their AT, so they get delayed, and it has a chance to death blow. So you just use that on a bunch of enemies, and then you could.
Are you sure talking about the first one?
Usis and Fee were also awesome for AT delays.
Yes, that's what I always use Fee for. It was AT delays.
Oh yeah, there were bosses where they never got to fight because it was just Fee was delaying them and everyone was giving her CP.
I never used Fee.
Guys are crazy.
Oh, she's really good.
She's amazing.
I still
And fast.
made it through that game
I know.
with my
It was just-
style.
Still.
Yeah, and that's what's awesome about the game. You can play any party and it'll rock.
It'll rock.
Rock.
Do everything.
As long as you have Reen with Force, you're good.
Yeah, exactly.
Those are the master quartz, by the way.
Yeah.
You could change those, but you never want to.
You never want to. That's
I don't think I ever did, except for maybe Usis.
I only
gave him a more
in the second one. I
healing-based
definitely
quartz.
changed.
I think I changed Elliot to a more healing based quartz.
Yeah, I changed in the second one. I did,
Yeah.
but in the first one, you
forgot
never
what
want to. You never.
forgot.
Want
Yeah,
a lot
no,
of
nobody
stuff I
changed in the first one.
Yeah,
There were a
never.
lot of stuff I did in the first
Like
one.
I looked at them and I was like, man, Reen's is like better than all these combined.
It's
Mhm.
made. It's made
Reen's
for
is
him.
broken.
I
Yeah,
like,
Reen's
and it's
is
like
broken.
the quartz he gets is like the very beginning. It's just like, here, have just this random quartz.
Your Force quartz.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
like the very beginning. When I think it's like when you get dropped into the old schoolhouse.
Yeah.
So it's just like, here's
'Cause-
your weapon and here's the master quartz.
Or here's your.
Here's your
Things that
here's
suit you,
here's
and
your-
it's like, yeah, it does. It totally does.
It does. It yeah. Yes.
Just more CP. Give me all the
give
CP.
me every
And
CP.
if there's any groups of small enemies, it's like, well, I'll kill them and get all my CP back. Yay!
Woo! Second form.
Yeah, second form.
Use
Gale.
a gladiator belt on top of that. It's just
Just
broken.
never run out of CP.
Never run out of CP. Oh, look, I attacked all you at once. Now I have 200 CP. Let's use my S-Craft. Oh, I killed half of you. I got my S-Craft again.
Pretty much.
This game is
Azure
so
flames.
good.
Oh, it's not Azure flames. Just flames gather on my blade.
Yep, and you
Yeah,
made a video that
exactly.
did the same effect. It was,
Ching,
it
ching,
was awesome. Yeah, so... what?
Well, I'm laughing because when he first gets his F-Craft, it's in such a random moment. It's just like, Reen has an epiphany.
Yes.
He can use his S-craft. I'm just like, that's really the way they're going to introduce his S-craft? Freaking Laura is just like, I get my S-craft because we're like about to face this really hard monster and we need to hit it really hard. So
And Reen's just like, I have an idea.
Let's use it. And I'm just like, what?
Yes.
Okay.
Because Reen's just holding back. He's like, hey, I wonder if I could do this.
I think Laura even is just like, what was that just now? And he's just like, just a technique I've been practicing.
Yep.
And it's just like,
I
wait.
don't call bullshit, but okay.
Yep. I created flames out of nowhere. You know?
I created
What,
flames
you
out of nowhere.
can't?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
what, you
really?
can't?
You
I
can't at
can
all?
do
I mean, I
this.
could do that easily.
I love that nobody questions that. Just like, yeah, Reen just creates
Elisa
fire
burst
on
wings from her back.
That's true.
That's the second game.
Everybody, yeah. Hush.
Is that the second one? I thought you did it.
That's-
in the
Well,
first one,
technically,
too.
every S-craft is like pretty like something happens. Like Laura's energy fires out of her blade.
Yeah. Emma summons a tower that she just
Yes,
stands on.
Emma summons like a god.
So
Oh my gosh.
she was a witch, though. So
Yeah. Elliot turns his staff into a violin.
That's
and heals
gorgeous.
with the magic.
With the magic of
music.
music. I just love just the way they introduced it. It was just great. It's just like, Reen has an epiphany. He can use his S-craft. I'm just like, that's seriously the way you're going to introduce this right now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
How did he? Oh, that's the second game again.
That's the second game again.
Yeah, it's a lot of this. It melds into the second game.
This is all
Which
this-
we'll just have to wait till next time.
God, the second game is so good.
We're gonna have more merchandise because we're gonna get sent stuff from Japan. So
Yeah.
Possibly.
it'll be
If I
awesome.
find anything, don't hold me to it, but I'm gonna
I
try.
need to read something.
Reading something.
Read something.
Just a little,
I need
you need
read.
a little tiny
I need
little
read in my life.
reading. You need a little more reading.
Yeah.
So Cold Steel 1, play it. Great game.
It's good.
The Trails of series in general. This is just a great series.
I'll ask a question because
me a question.
so people know. Is it, you think it's mandatory, or not even mandatory, but recommended to play Sky before you play Cold Steel?
You can.
Okay.
The thing is, Sky sets a lot of the groundwork, but it's totally fine to play Cold Steel and go back and play Sky and be like, oh, they were already setting this shit up.
Yes.
Cool.
Okay, so I didn't play it beforehand, but ever since I played Zestiria and Berseria,
Yeah, you want to go
it's
back?
the same thing.
Yeah.
So you know how we all like, you know, we're like, man, you got to play Zestiria before you play Berseria. Now I feel that way because I'm playing Sky and I'm seeing all these names and all these things that are happening. I'm like, hey, I remember that name. Hey, I know who that is. Hey, that's cool. Like I'm starting to get things that I would probably get in Cold Steel if I played Sky first.
Yeah. Exactly how I felt. It's like, oh shit, I know them. Like the second Blue Blanc was
Yeah,
introduced
so-
in Cold Steel. I was like, no. Seemed that bad. I'm like, no, you don't understand.
Damn it,
You
that
don't understand.
freaking, I can't talk about that. That was the second game. Freaking Blue Blood
Yeah.
trolls you so hard. I'm just like, really?
Hey, you see his face in this Cold Steel, which is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
You do, because he doesn't have his mask on. He introduces himself. It's just, yeah.
But yeah, I would say if you can get through it, because Sky is a bit old now, so it's a little hard to get into. But play Sky first if you can.
It's perfectly possible. It's not that archaic. It's like
No.
try playing Tears of Vermilion, all right? That's archaic.
Oh my god.
That's the first Legend of Heroes I've ever played on the PSP.
Same.
So that's super.
But
archaic.
I can understand people wanting to play the more updated version first. But I would say story-wise, play Sky and play second chapter and third chapter, which should be out in a week, and then play Cold Steel.
And Sky has great writing as well, like really good writing.
Great characters. I love them so much.
Mm-hmm. I'm starting to like him too.
But which do you love more?
She likes Sky better.
Sky.
Damn.
Because Sky has Joshua. And I like Joshua.
It's her
He
husband,
broke
though.
It's her husband, though.
Yes, it is. She said, if I ever got her a body pillow, it would be of Joshua.
Nice.
So.
Yeah. I guess if I had to. Or Elliot.
Or Elliot.
No, you said Joshua.
My taste very wildly.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm gonna put for Maddie. I'm gonna put one side Reed and the other side Joker.
Thank you. Yes, that'd be preferable.
So
Need that anime.
So Cold Steel, great. You're gonna have to wait for the second game because that's when a lot more crap happens that we could talk about.
Oh my god, it's like right from the beginning. It's
almost
unlike this one where it's like half the game you can talk about.
You can't. I can't talk. I can't talk Cold Steel 2 with any of my friends because it just gives away everything.
No. Exactly. It's like, well, right away. Oh wait, no, never mind.
Right away, you're doing. Oh.
Yeah. It's like
Well, it starts off.
I'm on a mountain. How'd you get on a mountain? I flew it.
I woke up on this mountain.
Yeah.
My favorite was when I beat Cold Steel 1 and Nick goes, so is it like this is the first year at Thor's and that's the second year at Thor's? It's like, I can't answer that question.
Yeah. Technically, no.
No.
Actually, no,
it's not.
Not even close.
Yeah, not even close.
God, that makes me so mad.
That Cold Steel 3, though.
Ending a Cold Steel 2 made me so mad. So upset.
You know what? I'm going to stop it now. Thanks for listening, guys, for sticking with us rambling about this game.
Nearly, 2 hours?
Yeah, around 2 hours. If you have any questions for Cold Steel 2, go ahead and ask us. We'll record our next episode in a month because she's gone.
That's when I get back.
Yeah. Look forward to it. We're definitely doing Persona 5 really soon, so that's going to be an intense one. Less rambling from Maddie.
Sorry, I like to ramble.
Yeah,
No, don't guarantee less rambling from me.
I know.
Sorry.
There's going to be a lot of theory crafting and a lot of stuff.
A lot of
I would theory craft with this game, but I'd spoil a lot for the second
Yeah,
one,
so we'll theory craft with the second game.
But, oh man.
Oh god.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for listening, guys, and we'll be back later. Later.
Bye-bye.